I remember when I was younger being told, mercy is not getting what you deserve, and grace is getting what you don't deserve. You know, my name, Sheena, actually means God is gracious. Dictionary.com, it says grace is elegance or beauty in form, manner, motion, or action. I've written before the phrase, give yourself grace today. And I guess I mean give yourself room to breathe. Be flexible. Be adaptive. Forgive yourself. Let go a little bit. Don't be so hard on yourself. Embrace the fact that you are enough. That's what I mean by giving myself grace. A number of people close to me pass away, and I guess the lesson that I've learned through the grief and the healing process is to be present right in this moment. The past was, the future will be, but right now in this very moment, I need to just be here. And if I focus on this moment, if I focus on breathing, loving, emanating grace, you know, it gives me the freedom and ability to get to the next moment. I don't think being gracious means you become some soft-spoken, meek person. It just means there is some gentleness and some love behind everything that you do. And I was initially going to write one thing that sort of had a subtle negativity to it. Not outright, but there was a bit in there. And right before I hit publish, I thought, was there love in that? What was my intention behind it? Like, by me being negative in that sense, what am I putting out into the world? I went back, and every sentence that was negative, I flipped it to a positive. Whether it meant viewing that specific situation as a positive, or not even thinking about the situation and thinking about something else. So I did a little rewriting, and then I published it. And there was just a completely different energy about what I wrote. That's grace. I remember once I was going to the airport to meet one of my best friends to help her plan the funeral of her baby sister. And when I had packed in a hurry, but I packed enough that I didn't even need to check a bag. So I was amazed at myself that even in this grief and shock of a sudden death, I still packed, by airline standards. As I was waiting in line to board the plane, this woman behind me muttered to her friend, "That's pushing the limit." And she was talking about my bag because it looked like it was too big. but it wasn't. It fit right under the seat. And in that moment, I was so emotionally charged. Because again, sudden death, and I'm just trying to hurry up and get to the state that my friend is in so I can be with her. And I wanted to, and I felt justified, like I wanted to just snap on her. I wanted to be like, who do you think you are? What is wrong with you? F off. And I took a moment, let all the evil thoughts go out of my head. And when I was calm and at center, as much as I could be, I turned to her and I just said, my bag fits comfortably under the seat. And then I turned back around. It didn't hurt to do that. I guess it never hurts to be nice or gracious. Your pride or those lower chakras, they don't like it in the moment. But the moment after, you can look at your integrity and your character and your honor, and you can be happy with it, with the choices that you made and the words you decided to speak. And I was glad that rather than railing against this woman, I just turned around nicely, I said a simple thing, and went back to my business. And it made me think how sometimes we just need to give each other a break. You never know what the person is going through. You don't know if the person in front of you in line who's freaking out is on her way to her wedding and she's so excited, or she's just crazy, or she's on her way to the funeral of a 15-year-old. So what if we just took a moment before we opened our mouths, before we did things, before we wrote things? What if we just took a moment and just gave a little bit of grace? I guess I want to do that more, because I don't embody grace all the time. Every now and then I do. But I definitely want to be more intentional about it.